Hey guys, I know it's been like at least about a week or so since I posted that video, which actually the whole thing happened maybe like 3 weeks ago or so, actually about like 2 weeks ago. But it just so happened that I actually heard from the management group, at least the regional manager, and I actually didn't expect them to get back to me, to be honest, but I had contacted them way before, but I posted the videos and stuff at least the weekend of my birthday, which they actually got back to me on my birthday, 9 a.m. while I was at work. So I had no way of actually like recording them or any of that kind of stuff. But long story short, the regional manager, who the property manager that I was referring to, she had actually never seen my garden and she didn't know what I was talking about. But the company is willing to back up this property manager because they hired her for her expertise. Yeah. So, like I said, it is what it is. It's really messed up, and I'm out here fishing right now, so I'm paying attention to my surroundings. And I had this planned for the week anyway, like my weekend and vacation and everything like that. So I was just, busy with my birthday weekend and then everything that I had scheduled to do for the following week. That's why I'm so late getting back to you guys. But anyway, because this really hadn't put too much of a damper on my content. I just won't be filming gardening in that space anymore, or at least not that much. So some of my stuff, good friends kind of allocated it different places. So it sucks that it's scattered, you know, and that I have to go different places just to tend to my stuff. But like I said, I've been working on getting out of that apartment, so it is what it is. But I have thought of other content from this stuff that I had been thinking about, but I guess this was the kick in the butt that I needed to hurry up and get it done. So I'm gonna have to just redo some things, stuff that I was planning to release this year. I'm gonna have to squeeze this in here. um, Probably gonna more so cater to like the very very small space people, because I have realized that I had been for at least 8 years a little bit fortunate to have as much space as I did. But what about the people that are really really limited to like balcony space on the third floor, or maybe no yard space at all? So I've been thinking about doing that, at some point in my content, but I guess this was really the push that I needed. So I'm in the process of, you know, working some things out there for all my city dwellers, high rise apartments and whatever else. I don't see how y'all could do it, but one day this girly will have space. I will. But yeah, I'm not gonna let this put too much of a damper on things. And like I said, it's a lot of things that was wrong with that apartment. More things that she should have been more aware of than my garden, and I will show you what I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, and also, like I said, I'm not trying to say too much, but it is interesting because I don't even think she knows what the dang on lease is, because someone that admired my garden let me see the lease, and it actually says nothing is supposed to be on that patio or a balcony, or when these apartment complexes, they make these general rules for all of the properties that they own, so it's very vague in considering like where you specifically are. So yeah, actually nothing is supposed to be on the patio, and you're supposed to ask for permission from management to get a barbecue grill. It's like so many people are in violation probably, but hey, I'm minding my own business as I was. But yeah, like I said, I'm just moving forward, but I'm continuing to document a lot of things just in case, you know. So yeah, because this person, I don't know, I'm not the only person that has grievances with her in specific. um but yeah, I'm just keeping my eyes peeled just to make sure no other drama come about. But I do really appreciate you guys' support, and words of encouragement and everything under the sun like that, because it's like, yeah, it's crazy out here. People are losing their jobs left and right, losing housing left and right. And then on top of that, like food insecurities. And for someone like myself, who is trying to teach people how to be independent of the system that folks are shamed to be on, but then people like myself are being attacked. Like, I mean, I don't just garden, I hunt and I fish. Now, for hunting, I kind of expect people to come after me, you know, but hunting is actually protected under law. So it would be nice if other, um, if other activities were like that. So homesteaders and gardeners, or anybody that's growing their own food or providing for themselves. But we know how that is basically being, how can I say, discouraged in a sense. So yeah, I'll just leave that to you to figure out how. But yeah, evening setting in pretty fast here, and I actually went morel mushroom hunting this past Wednesday, and we did all right. We did okay, but it was my first time. I was learning the ropes, but maybe one day on my channel you guys can find that episode, and yeah, I can show you how I did. But I'm not exactly sure how my content is going to go. I do know it's gardening season, so everything that I filmed last year, most of it you'll just be seeing this year. So you will still be seeing the space that I used to garden in. So if you're wondering, like, what in the world, that's what's basically happening, because I go on a rolling content basis. So a lot of times my content takes 2 years to plan, because like I said, I'm on nature's time. I can't just pull out something because I want to. It'd be nice, but some things are 2 years in the making before I actually produce it. So yeah, so everything that I filmed last year, most of it you'll be seeing this year. And that's how pretty much my content work. But yeah, you'll still be seeing the garden space and everything I was able to do in it before it went bye-bye. And yeah, I actually have some other pretty good stuff up my sleeve. So like I said, it's not the end. This is one thing I do love about my niche of self-sufficiency, is that I never run out of stuff to talk about. Like, nature honestly just tells its own story, and I just have to be there to capture it. So I mean, there's always something for me to talk about and do, and I'm gonna branch off and do other things, that's not just pertaining to hunting, fishing, and gardening, but also working in some foraging videos and some more stuff like that. So like I said, I have way too much on my plate to just be worried about this little spilled milk, to be honest. Like I said, it sucks, but karma sucks even harder. Yeah. So with that being said, I really appreciate you guys, and I hope that you check out the channel, and surprisingly, I check out the value that I present. Please like the video, share it, leave it a thumbs up, comment. I encourage that. I'm working on getting my other socials, but I am a one-woman army over here. I write, produce, plan, direct. I'm the talent in it. I am all of everything over here. I edit. So yeah, it takes a minute for my content to get out there, but I try to make it informative and enjoyable for you guys to continue to watch. So with that being said, thank you guys, and dig your roots deep, grow beyond your haters' reach, and stay wild. Okay, so this is the section I wanted to show you. Just getting my last little bit of pettiness out, but This is from one of the Google reviews. They do a very good job at suppressing their 1-star reviews and leaving clapback for whoever left them. But this commenter posted this 7 years ago. I was still here, and I highlighted a section that she's talking about, and I'm going to show you in the complex just exactly where it is. So I'll leave this up here for a moment for you to read, and then we'll get to it. So this is the spot that the commenter was talking about. So for the past 9 years that I've lived here, this area has been open. So through those woods is actually a trail that goes all the way down at least about a mile and a half or so to some not so favorable apartment complexes. And that leaves room for anybody to just access the apartments from the back end. So that is what the commenter there was talking about. So the gates in the front of the complex looks all nice and secure, but the back end is left wide open. But yet my garden was a problem. For 9 years of parking here, this is what I've had to step outside of my car into. 9 years. Nothing's changed. They still haven't mulched this. And for 2 years, this has been like this. I guess now they're finally trying to do something about it. But yes, my garden looks like an oasis in a desert compared to. But yet, it is a problem. Hasn't been mulched in 2 years. Hasn't been mulched. Hasn't been mulched. No mulch. Dead tree need pruning. You get the picture. This gate is damaged. Their gate is damaged. On the side of every complex is a faucet, but yet that faucet has no handles. That should be a part of our amenities, but it's not. Instead, if we want to use the water hose, we have to go up to the front of the leasing office. So they finally trimmed the bushes that are behind my townhouse here. But it's too bad they left a mess. Have no idea what that is, but it's in the middle of the parking lot. Just got home. April 2nd. Pile of mess still outside of my apartment. Haven't been picked up. Nor has the dog poo. Beautiful day out. It's April 3rd. Happy birthday to me. But, I guess this is still my gift. Yep. Still there. So this is one of the eyes that's in my, on the stove here. At first it was this one, and now it transferred here. And we've been telling them this, that, look, it's on 2 right now, but it was on as if it was on high. They have not fixed that. It just transferred from one eye to the other. But she's worried about my garden. So they can pay people to do this. Must be paying them well enough. But not well enough to do this. Or this. And this. And someone left their dog mess right here next to my mess. Okay, so here are just a few more Google reviews that I'm posting here that have 1 stars, and there were others, but they have since been deleted. I do remember a couple of them from some years prior that I haven't seen on here, so I don't know if they have anything to do with that. But yeah, I know in the beginning I said that I was being petty, but I am in no way trying to be vindictive. I just think that it's very ridiculous how these rental properties, they want to take your property, which is your hard-earned money, and then give you their butt to kiss, all while also wanting you to live by their standards, yet you're not supposed to have standards as a tenant. So I really think that it's time for us as a people to stand up against this, because it's only going to get worse. They need to realize that this is a partnership, not an ownership. And with more people renting more now than ever, there needs to be a common ground. I do believe that these rental properties, they are a threat to the self-sufficient lifestyle. And though it can be done, it makes it nearly impossible, especially with these ridiculous rules such as what I'm facing right now. Once again, thank you guys for the love and support. And be sure to like the video. More people need to hear this message right here. And I am going to get some plans together for live streams and different topic videos. I do have one topic video out already about corporations and how they just basically run society. But you guys track that down at the end of this video. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to get back on here at some point and we're going to talk about this. So until then, thank you for the love and support and stay wild.